Meg, they've had one hell of a start to this. Chronicle is slowed, and he heard that knife come through, saw the slow orb, and didn't give it down. He was happy to just sit there and take that fight anyways. Admirable for sure. Durka's running up mid, got the control again. Boombot's been going to this position most rounds just to seize this little bit of space, but so far we haven't seen them try to take it towards Redgar and really test his control over Heaven. This time we see the entirety of Fnatic coagulate around this A side. It's definitely feeling like Redgar is going to have a big round.
Cover going out.
Yeah, pressure about to be put onto him. Oh, it could be with pretty good timing for him, but it is actually only going to be the trade, and Durka has found Defo elsewhere, leaving Nats within the site. He's got himself a cosmic divide, almost looking to just try and play in front of it, and well, the res will come through eventually. Trying to res his opponent is not something I'm sure Brave would want to be doing in this scenario. The thing is, though, Chronicle already rotating in. I think they're starting to doubt themselves, even starting to swap back towards that B site as Shados, and will leave just a couple of players here.
And really, it's situational for Fnatic. You know, not necessarily a choice to leave it that late. They just didn't have a smoke to put down.
What?
Waited for the refresh. Boaster's being shot down. Nats staying close, says Durka. Drop in out of absolutely nowhere, materializing on the site. And with the Viper's pit down, Chronicle tries to make a play. It's not to be. It's to A, and that's where the spike's gone down.
Oh no, there is no escape. It's patient from Brave.
Yeah, you put it that way, certainly does seem a lot more difficult. Some of these early attempts, you know, in towards B main, towards middle here for Chronicle, like we're seeing now, haven't really worked out. And they've noticed that play from Durka, that he's seizing the space time and time again. This time, though, he looked for B Heaven. He's got it. And no, I felt like Defo was going down. Just with the kind of game he's been having so far, he's managed to survive. Rolling Thunder's going to be used. Oh, but now he's gone. Now he's taken down, of course, as he makes his way towards the spawn. Redgar, with a big flank. Nade down as well. Buys a little bit of time, a little bit of space. Durka goes right back up top, though. Is he going to be able to snag this? Just about. Yeah, he's out of there with spike in hand.
Yeah, he's almost got himself a showstopper as well. It could be a game changer towards the latter stages of the round. A 3v3 retake. It was looking done with Durka's entries, making this one almost look like an inevitability for this Fnatic side. Instead, though, there's still an opportunity here for Meg. Mystic within the smoke will already drop one, give them that advantage back once again. The remaining two trading effectively, keeping it into this 2v2 scenario, but they may not know. The Magnum's still within this corner, still just sat back watching onto the spike. He knows nobody's on it. They have to clear this together, and they will. Mech again, never down, never out, and they've got themselves an 8th.
It's going to be a long road with 4 more rounds needed to push to OT, but you know, this time around, it's not elimination, not quite as high stakes, but the prize is still the same. And no doubt Mech would like to make it a little bit more difficult for Fnatic to get there, just to give them a little taste of their own medicine from last year. Yeah. For now, though,
versus FDX, so I don't think they want that to recreate itself either. Slightly different iteration of the roster, but maybe they're just doing things backwards this time. Even still, though, this purchase is not ideal. Like, I'm looking at a Stinger, which is not something I ever want to look at as an option for a player within this map. So I guess Magnum is almost just waiting to see, okay, is this going to be a B main push, and can I kill him with this P shooter?
It's one of the main concerns here with that showstopper online for Durka. At any given moment, you'll hear that noise, you hear that voice line, Mech are going to be scattering to the winds. This is something they're on edge about. You got 4 rounds left to play out. Avoiding something like this is essential, and right away, Nats is going to be caught. Sorry, they actually looked for the information outside, so they're trying to catch Mystic and see that he was out, but I don't think they will have seen him, right? I don't know if you spotted if he got detected by that knife. Either way, though, they are shifting towards the B side convincingly.
Poison's off.
Yeah, the problem again, though, is that time is ticking. There's still the stuns available as well for Defo, which makes this terrifying. Like, he can basically just slow the entirety of this push, and Fnatic are basically making this move so incredibly late that they are going to get caught. Magnum's already down. Sure, the spike's still behind, but they got 15 seconds to make this move. The TP to the site's not going to do too much. Durka, though, will manage to find one. As you mentioned, Shados with a quick trade, and actually, Brave is watching for that remaining player. At the last second, he's going to be able to get this plant down, but the remaining players are pushing it. Boaster needing this 1 versus 2, and it just won't happen. Mecha too quick to put that pressure on. Again, the rounds come close, but again, it's Mech on top.
Yeah, so far it feels like Mech moving towards the site, having their 3 players in the B site, their late round default split is always coming through. And we've seen the adaptations from Mech. This one in particular, Chronicle trying to duel, didn't work last time.
Not quick enough.
It certainly hasn't worked that time.
See, this is the difference. And again, it's going to sound like I'm harping on Big, but he got away with that a lot versus Big, because he'd push it, he'd headshot someone, and he's gone. By the time he's headshot someone, either Durka or now Brave has reactively killed him before he can do anything. And in this occasion, he didn't even get a kill for it. He was hoping, kill, teleport out. Well, instead, he just got shot in the face.
It's a terrible start to the mid control for Mech. Not as poorly as it could have gone, especially because
for Durka.
it's the fact that they lose Chronicle right now. They have this complete void of information to play around. Defo's not even going to be able to try and stun them as they come through because he's hit up by that knife right away. Boaster making all this noise, all this presence, but the rest of the team is going elsewhere. Nat's still waiting for them, catches the first and the second spike down at his feet. That is huge. He even continues to aggress. Nats is taking the whole team down. Push to an OT, but now they are hot on their opponent's heels.
Yeah, in terms of ultimate orbs, maybe Defo is the right person to get that kill. In any other form of anything else, he's an awful person for not. But again, the difference is now 2. They needed 5 in a row. Chronicle, he's still going for this. He's going for it again, and this time, well, it's free. Boaster runs out with a knife in hand, and Chronicle's out of there.
Well, that is certainly going to be a tough pill to swallow, starting things out for Fnatic. A player down, and it's their information, their initiation, leaving them just with 1 flash in the form of Mystics. As strong as it can be. You know, you got to look at his position. Think, where is he realistically going to be playing that? And, well, there it is up towards heaven. I'll fight for that side, but there's no one here. What did we talk about before? Super passive play out of Mech. These guys love to just play back way behind the site and pick you off as you go over to it. They've just grabbed another kill doing exactly that. And Fnatic, well, they freeze again because there is no gap. There is no opening for them right now. They don't know what to do.
I thought for a second maybe Brave was going to take the orb and then at least he'd be 1 away from the res, but even still, like, getting a kill and getting back to one of those players seems impossible. And actually, Fnatic are just deciding to save. It really is just like they're running straight into a brick wall at this point. The early aggression of Chronicle, whether it fails or succeeds, doesn't actually seem to have much relevance to the rest of the team. Like, it's just incredible work with not only finding information, but also delaying. And I think that's what this comp does incredibly well. Like, you might look at a Neon and you're thinking, fast pace, blitzing through, but in fact, that's not the way that Defo uses it. He's using it to slow them down whenever they try and challenge into mid. And
after, but this initial fight is going to be so off-putting for Fnatic. I mean, you cannot expect to run into a play like this. If they blitz, though, they might have a good chance, and already they've managed to force Defo back. I don't think he got his rifle. He didn't. He still got the op.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the best offer on the ball at the moment? It seems like none of them. And not a single shot connected so far, and well, Defo will be able to fall back to the site. He's got a smoke available. Redgar's gone. Durka looking back on form once again, and Defo under pressure. He's got Durka trying to wrap round, and he's being cornered. Still manages to find a headshot. And Chronicle looking to push back into the site.
Oh, that connection. It only takes down Boaster, who just been rezzed. But Chronicle does well even still. That's a man removed and flashes out of the play for Fnatic. You're going to have to do this on just raw aim duels, and it's not going well.
Something I mentioned yesterday, I tweeted about it. I was like, the one thing that always was terrifying, if you're a Mech fan or a Gambit fan.
Ashing M3 have been challenged by FPX in a close series. Everyone else, they have just been categorically better than. And now Mech are coming in up against Fnatic, the only other team that has looked dominant in this as well. And we're getting the same series. To me, that's a clear top 3 establishing itself. And right here and now, I mean, you are 2 rounds away from making it to Iceland. I cannot believe we don't have more of a timeout in between these, with the players wanting to, like, not only take a breather, I'd want to go on a swift walk. You know, I want to go out, see nature for a minute. Just to gather myself, meditate, you know. Here we go.
We're right back to it. It's that early ropes control, counter utility being used. Mech very happy to play a slow game on this attacking side. It definitely wasn't perfect, but it had its strengths about it. And you can still see the spike lurking on that other side of the map. Now, I don't remember how many kills Nats had in that first half. It wasn't a lot. It was very low, in fact. He's leveled up since then. Yeah, it was 1 or 2. His defensive side was fantastic. And that was exactly what we're expecting from this Mech team. Can they now dig deep and find something on the other side? Look at Shadow selling this. He has kept 3 players on that side of the map, Mitch, but there's still 2 on A.
Yeah, here come all the steps. And, you know, Boaster and Magnum, they're hearing that, but they've got the crossfire as well. Boaster's got to get some value from down below. He's dropped on and only good for the 1. The setup falls apart on this A site. And Mech have got the plant. Oh, they've got the round by the looks of it. 4 versus 2. Mystic and Brave Af need to dig deep if they're going to come up with anything in this. And instantly we get the stun, so Mystic's not going to be able to do all too much in terms of popping that last smoke down for a moment. It's just a waiting game. Mech have got a beautiful setup.
Headshot. Well, he's trying to fake it, almost trying to bait someone into peeking him, but they're not just falling apart based off 1 shadow step. It's going to take a lot more than that to break this team apart. They have come back from a deficit which looked now impossible, and by the looks of it, they're about to take the lead with the attacking round. Then all they need to do is what they've done for the remainder.
Well, it's now or never. Let's see if they can make it all the way into that upper slot.
He jumps into the slow. The thing is that he's now gone and got them the information that there's nobody there.
They've rotated to B even still.
But look at, yeah, but it's because of Nat's position. It's because he's so deep. They'll have this information incredibly early, and then he'll have support from Redgar as well. The other thing as well is, do you expect Nats to be on this close corner? Well, with the flash in hand, I think they do. He's going to be completely blind and destroyed because of it. Nat's dead. Redgar needs to go big. The flashbangs are good. He gets 1 and actually escapes.
That's great. Yeah, a lot more than it looked like he was going to get. Durka on the hunt, though. Doesn't want him to get out of here just yet. They've got the control, and they're going to look for the plant now in just a moment. Boaster spike in hand. I thought someone walked towards that smoke, and I had a mini heart attack, but it looks like it's going to be secured. Plant down, and Mech have to play the retake. A retake for Iceland. And they're taking their time on it, letting Chronicle try to work some of these angles with the operator first. It's the right play. The flash is good. Magnum stepping it up here and now. This might just be enough for Fnatic to claim another OT.
Yeah, now it's Shados' turn to try and pull off the impossible clutch. He's had a great day today in terms of individual brilliance, but just Magnum wasting his time, just baiting him in, and he's getting frustrated. Just, I've got to kill this man, and even still, I can't do it. The issue I have, though, Mitch, and I'll always say this, when you get into OT, the side of the map is irrelevant. Like, sure, this has been an incredibly defensive display from both teams,